Welcome back
Welcome back.
to another episode of the Pay Attention podcast.
Podcast. I can't believe it's coming up to our year soon.
I know.
And I can't believe we've been doing this for a year. I agreed to 10 episodes. 10 episodes I agreed to.
Little did you know.
Little did I know.
You would have
Um,
thought.
and here we are, a year later, still slaying the game. Who would have thought it, huh? Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk? Not us.
Not us, girl, not us.
Happy Friday. We're recording this
Yes.
Friday, 24th of May.
Yeah, well in advance of you getting this, guys, because we're going out this weekend.
Yeah, you're going to
Yes.
Galway.
I'm going to Galway tomorrow with the girls for Courtney's birthday. Everybody say collective happy birthday, Courtney.
Woo!
Woo!
Gemini Queen.
She is a Gemini queen, so we're heading off to Galway really early tomorrow morning. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. I haven't been to Galway since Electric, the nightclub, has opened back up, so I'm really excited.
I
Although
feel
I
like
don't know why I'm saying this. Will I make it to the club? Probably not.
you know what? And that's nobody's business.
That is
You know what?
nobody's
You'll
business.
try, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so funny because we're going on like a bus out to Connemara earlier in the day, and like we're going around to pubs, and then we're coming back in having a house party, and then going to Electric. Now you already know from that face that that is a lot for me. So, if I actually make it through the doors of Electric, it'll be a wonder. I'd say I'll be in bed by 10 p.m. Like, see the
See, it's
girl.
just the going back to the house that is the risk factor,
That's the risk factor.
depending
Yeah.
on what vibe. Because if you're on a vibe of like, if you go back to the house and you're on an I'm tired vibe, it's all
Mm.
downhill from there.
Oh yeah, I was going to like try drink Red Bull during the day, so I'd had the energy by night time. But then they sent in like these rules for each pub. It's kind of like, you know, the way at 12 pubs Christmas, there's rules.
Yeah.
There's rules in each pub. And I was like, guys, I'm a really bad drinker. Like I get tired, like, and you know, my face acting up. I was like, I can't really be taking the piss. So I think I'm just going to like just take it easy and see. But I know that the boys are of that are going are going to force me to take part. Like it was so funny because the first thing is a shot with your drink in the first bar. I was like, guys, I'll be finished after this. And Rory was like, Neve, go away, you'll be having tequila, you'll be fine.
You know
You
what?
know
Yeah.
what? You're
Number one,
right.
if you take tequila, you'll be okay. But number two, you just have to make sure in the morning road trip
Yeah.
snacks.
Yes.
Snacks.
Yes. A
Because the
hundred
more
percent. The
food in your
eating.
system,
You're so right. 100%. So right.
like carbs, like a nice dinner tonight, like something
You,
substantial.
you know, girls who don't eat before they drink, like, give me like a fright. I'm like, how are you drinking alcohol?
Like I feel like sometimes before, and this isn't good advice, so no one listen, but before if it's a nighttime thing and you like
Yeah.
accidentally are like, oops, I haven't eaten, then it's like good because it's like it's a cheaper night, it's chill. But for a
Yeah.
whole day
At
affair,
night? Yeah,
no,
no. It's
no,
not an option, like.
no. Like a nice breakfast roll or something on the way.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm yawning so much. I took my face tablet and it makes me so tired. I got my nails done. Who in the fuck am I? I'm sorry. I've gone through this weird my nails before versus this. I got the lime tip because I love the lime, but I kind of
That's
messed up, right? Because okay, I'm gonna tell everybody like why I used to get really long nails, and it is because my hands are tiny. Now you might think, oh, that
they
hand
are
looks
tiny.
they're so small. And like people might think like, oh, she's just saying that. Like, no, you've seen them, Rebecca. They are like miniature. They're like Polly Pocket hands, right? So the nails give it length. But
Yes.
now I've just been getting the biop and it's been fine because the nails were really long. But she filed them down really short and now I got a French tip which kind of rounds them off and makes them square. I've just made them look stubbier, really.
No, but they look so cute though.
Thank you. I'm definitely in my mommy era. There's definitely a baby on the way for me, 100%. Sorry, your nails.
I ripped them all off when I was sunbathing yesterday
Why?
because I was listening to a really
Okay.
I'm gonna link this podcast episode in the show
Okay.
notes and on the this podcast episode, everyone needs to listen to it. I'm so passionate
What's it
about this
called?
podcast episode. And it was so good that I like left my body and was listening, and I started like picking at my nail because they're quite grown out, so they were quite easy to like
Take
pick
off,
off.
yeah.
And next thing, one led to another, and then next thing I know, they're all gone. But I'm not going back to the place that I got them done before in to
Okay.
get refills because I wanted to try somewhere new. So technically, they're going to charge me for a full set anyway, and they
Okay.
charge you to take them off.
Okay, so you might as well have just
So
taken them off. Are they
yeah,
red or anything underneath?
no, the nail health underneath is actually great. Like they're hard, they're not like bendy.
Good. Okay, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, they just look so hideous right now. So I'm getting a pedicure next week, and I need to prioritize getting my nails done.
I got a
Also,
pedicure and a manicure this week, so now I feel
my pedicure place I've started going to Rome is a, oh, what's it called? Not an osteoporosis.
podiatry place, isn't it?
Me,
Yeah.
osteoporosis.
You're like,
It's a
what's the word?
podiatrist. Like it's the place that sells those like really ugly, good for your feet shoes.
Yeah.
Like they're not like a manicure pedicure place at all. They're
Yeah.
fully like a podiatrist that does like specialized pedicures.
Yes.
And when I tell you, these people, no feet, no toes, because I've had a few issues with one of my big toes
Yes, we
nails.
know.
So, and like they make it look like, I don't know, I'm just going, and it's not even that expensive. Like it's
Yeah.
cheap. Both pedicures I've had here are cheaper than Ireland. And the podiatry one, which should be way more because it's like
Yeah.
they're specialists. Like
Yeah.
they have studied toes and
Mm.
nails. Like they are like the girl I go to has like all these like degrees and like
Mm.
qualifications in like feet.
Yeah.
Like she's a foot specialist. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm 30 now. I don't want to be going to people who
I
aren't like
know.
masters of their craft. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I've
So
been going to the same girl for like 4 years getting mine done. I
yeah.
love her. Like, I feel like it's such a vulnerable thing getting a pedicure. So, like, going to someone you know or like you trust like that, like a podiatrist, is so important.
Yeah, my girl's called Teresa, and I booked in with her. She didn't have an appointment till the 28th, which is in 4 days, which actually isn't too
That's
far
not,
away,
yeah,
Tuesday.
that's not too far away. You didn't have to wait too long. Like,
Yeah, I actually didn't. I thought it was further away, but yeah, that's my appointment, so I'm very excited.
I'm
I think I
excited
might
for
stick with the
you.
white though now that I'm getting a tan.
So, your hair's after growing so much when you turn to the side there. Who is she?
She's growing. I swear to God, that
I
haircut I got
know.
here really, really helped.
Yeah,
And
I get my hair cut every like 6 or 8 weeks, and I feel like that's what's saving mine. It's just
yes, because
shooting
I
them.
saw a TikTok and it was like, no matter what you do to your scalp, if your ends keep breaking
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
your hair isn't going to look like it's growing because it's
yeah.
breaking.
And like when they cut it, you think they're cutting so much off and it's staying at the same length, but it's actually not. They're just cutting off the
No.
bits that are going to snap, and then it just
And the
keeps
dead end's
growing.
awful anyway.
I know. Oh my God, it's crazy. I can't believe I've like stuck with like I know I got the clip-in extensions, but I'm not wearing them to Galway tomorrow. Like this is all my natural color underneath. Isn't that crazy?
Your hair looks so gorge. I don't think
What
you
the
need to wear the
heck?
extensions.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear my hair straight. Because my thing is the last while I've just curled it and I feel like I fucked up with curling it, so I'm just gonna leave it straight and put a bit of body in the like roots. But I'm gonna have to wash it tonight, I think. Should I? Oh, actually, I started putting Dove tan on. Do you know the Dove?
Oh, like the gradual thing.
That's what I've been using because my eczema. I can't even talk about my eczema. It's been so bad. But I put it on the last day and it actually helped my eczema massively. Like all there was like no like all my open cuts like have like closed, and I was like I would have never thought like the money I've spent on like look even here not
Like
this
E45. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mugu like Aveeno like there's another one that I use that's like a milk based one, and like the money even going to the dermatologist I've got like steroid like creams and everything, nothing. But like that Dove tan has just calmed everything down. Even like the open cut ones I had on my arms have just like relaxed. I'm so happy. Thank God.
I absolutely adore that for you.
Yeah, I'm
Like, that's
thrilled.
exactly what we need.
Thank you,
That's
baby
the energy we're
girl.
looking for.
That is the energy we're looking for. What's your plans for this weekend?
So yesterday evening we hung out in Leia's house and
Oh,
we had
lovely.
pizza on her balcony. It was Gorgina. And then this
Lovely.
evening, I think we're going to Ricardo's for gnocchi. And I'm going to
Ooh.
the beach on Sunday because I've been sunbathing loads all week,
Yeah.
bronzed, but I've been sunbathing in my patio, so I'm wearing like shorts and a top.
Yeah, you want to like even it out.
Yeah, so my stomach is like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So I want a beach day. I want to get used to going to the beach
Yeah.
because, as I said on last week's episode, I've just been really missing the beach era
Yeah.
of it all. So I want to
Yeah.
so I'm going to go to the beach this
Mm.
weekend. I'm going to go to the market, get like a nice tapestry
Love
for the
that.
beach
Yeah.
as opposed to like a beach towel because I feel
Yeah,
like
fuck
tapestry.
that. I
Yeah.
agree. Because I feel like the towels, the sand gets stuck in them, whereas the tapestries,
Yeah.
they don't as much.
And I think I just want to have like a beach routine down.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I get you, girl. I get you, baby
So
girl.
that's my weekend vibe. It's
Lovely.
beach and tanning.
Thrilled for you. That'll
Mm.
be fun.
And it was a full moon last night
It was
in
a full moon.
Sagittarius.
I slept straight through it. I actually felt a bit better waking up this morning because the
Yeah,
last like 10 days has been insane. So I did you ever use that Patterns app on your phone?
I don't like that
Do you not?
personally.
One of the girls told me to get it because she said it was better than the Co-Star one.
Oh no,
Um,
sorry. Yeah, CoStar is the one I don't like. The
yeah,
pattern is okay.
yeah, because she was like the Co-Star one is bad. Now I'm weirdly linked to my ex-boyfriend on the Co-Star one. So today when I got a notification, I clicked in and I was like, "You're the same as so and so today." I was like, "No."
You're like, no, this is not the
Well, we click
energy
into
I
my
need
romantic pattern and see what my thing is.
to.
Today, May the 24th, Jupiter enters Gemini. Today, Jupiter is leaving Taurus and is entering Gemini. It will not be in Gemini again for another 12 years.
Yeah,
Full
so
moon.
you're repeating cycles of, so if you think back to your life in 2012, 2013, like what were the
Please.
overarching
No,
themes?
thanks. No, thanks. I'm actually begging you. I'm begging you. No.
No, but it's based on the
Fuck
Gemini
no.
part of your chart. So for you, it's happening in your 10th house. So like,
Okay.
yeah,
Now I'm panicking. I'm going to lose my job.
no, you don't need to
Uh,
panic. It's moved into like Jupiter moving into your 10th house is so insane because it's all about you, your career, the spotlight. Who knows? Maybe pay
yeah.
attention is going to reach new heights.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. This is my patterns over the next while. Career expansion upcoming in 11 months. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
from 29th of June to the 27th of April 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Connections of Destiny, cycle length 28th of September 2024 to 29th March of 2025. Peak dates 14th of December to the 11th of January. Approach to work. Not a bit of fucking, there was nothing else about romance in here. It's all about work.
Yeah, because it's Jupiter's moved into your 10th house. Your 10th house is your public image and your career.
Okay, well, look, at least there's that.
That's great. For me, it's moved into my house of romance.
Well, at least we know that that's accurate. Both of us. Uh,
Me just winking. No. Speaking of romance, this has
Go
nothing got to do
on.
with romance, but I was telling the guys this last night, and I don't think you know this yet. And
Okay.
this for the girlies is terrifying, especially for the
Okay.
girlies who might be dating non-trustworthy men.
Okay.
Or, right. So you know the way on WhatsApp, there's a locked chats section.
I've heard of this. Fuck's sake. Go on, yeah.
So when you go into WhatsApp, you see like your list of chats, and then up the top you see archives. But then if you pull down a bit, if you have a locked chat, it's in the locked chats section,
Mm.
which has all been well and good up until now. So if someone had a sneaky suspicion and they went, or if someone was looking over their boyfriend or girlfriend's shoulder and they swiped down a bit, they would see the locked chats.
Mm.
But now WhatsApp, the sneaky, sneaky sneaks.
Mm.
When you go into the lock chat section, there's chat lock settings. And there is a toggle where you can hide the locked chats. So the only way that these locked chats will appear, there won't be a locked chat section anymore, is you enter a secret code in the search bar. The secret code can be anything. It could be emojis. It could be pizza with an exclamation mark and emojis. So if someone has locked chats, the locked chat section won't come up. And the only way to find it is if you type in the sneaky, sneaky secret code. Why? That is
Why?
terrifying.
I think like that is just so scary, but I just feel like cheaters gonna cheat anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but like, I just don't like that.
I know, me either.
That just like, if someone goes to like those lengths to
Mm,
hide stuff,
mm,
like I think already it's a red flag if like always when you're around your man, phone is face down, he's hiding the phone. The phone is like, it's never a thing of like, oh, here, check my phone, like you know. And it's not that
mm.
you have to have someone's password, and it's not that you have to go through someone's phone, but like I think it's very easy to tell the difference between someone who is like flinging their phone around, like doesn't care, has nothing to hide, or
Yeah.
someone who is being a little sneaky sneak. But
Mm,
now, who need who a little secret
I
passcode?
know. That's scary because I put all my chats in archived. When it's men, they're all in archive because I couldn't be arsed with them coming up in my main chat all the time. I don't even.
Yes, so WhatsApp has also separated. So you have all your chats, and then you've unread, and then you've groups.
I only got that today.
Yeah, I got that today too.
What
And
the
they
heck?
changed the color from blue to green.
Yeah, why did they do that? No, wait, mine was always green. Was yours not green?
I thought it was, no, I think mine was blue.
Oh no, mine was always green.
But yeah, and then it has an unread section. My unread section is actually terrifying.
I know. My archived section gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like
Oh,
the
if someone goes
heebie-jeebies.
into archive for me, usually I delete it unless I think I'll, you know, though sometimes you're like looking for something on WhatsApp and you can like do a search.
Yeah.
So sometimes I keep the archive there just for that.
Mm.
But I feel like I should actually delete some of these archive chats, really.
Yeah, I should as well, really, to be honest. I use
Yeah.
WhatsApp for work predominantly. Also, my life is so boring. There's
I
no
just get
need.
overwhelmed by the amount of like information sometimes on my phone. Like 11,000 emails, 50,000 photos, so many group chats, so many like sometimes I
Girl, I have
look at
like
the
50,000
device
emails.
and I'm like, ah, like to even start organizing that, like I want to get two phones purely for the reason is I want like a clear phone, you know?
Um, yeah, I have 51,000 on my emails. I've been kicked off my work email on my Outlook phone so that I don't have to worry about them ones. Um, my dad's phone is petrifying because it's always like I've turned off notifications and everything else, so I'm actually good with that. But my dad's phone's petrifying because it's like 1,000 messages, like iMessages. And I'm like, how don't you clear them? Like
Mine was like 100 and something one time, but now it's down to 12.
12 is good. I'm proud of you.
12 is good. And it's
12
all
is
like
good.
Vodafone messages, you know? But
Yeah,
that was
especially now there's
my
so many numbers. You're
scary.
actually kind of like a trap girl now.
What?
You have so many numbers. You're like a trapper.
I have so many numbers.
Trap girl Bex.
Whose numbers do I have?
You have an Italian number, you have a UK number, you have an Irish
Oh, as in
number. Yeah.
I've in my life, like I have never been precious about like keeping the same. I've changed my phone number so many times.
My mom's had the same number since the early, like since
My both
2000.
parents, yeah.
And I've had the same number since I was 13, I think.
No, I have cycled through like away, abroad, Irish, like just so
Mm.
many. I'm just like, if someone needs my number that badly,
Actually, I'm
they'll.
lying. I got a new number in college.
Oh.
That's crazy. Well, I've had it about 10 years now because I'm nearly 10 years out of college at this rate, which is crazy. I'm panicking.
Yeah, do you know what I saw actually on my Facebook memories is I'm 10 years since I went to, remember
Carpe
that summer
diem.
that I did in the J1?
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. I thought you were gonna say the Carpe Diem thing.
That was the same era.
Oh, I love you. Like you're so funny. Rebecca, like since we've become friends, there's so many eras of your life that just they really impacted me in like such a positive
Sometimes I'll
way.
just bring up random things in conversation, like I'll mention that, and someone will be like, "Wait, you did this thing, or you lived here?" And I'm like, "Oh my lord,
Oh, your
it was
lore
so
is
deep."
something else. Like I feel like anyone who doesn't know you doesn't realize like your lore is like
I started the other day making because I always have the list of like jobs I've had. Um, where is it? I have like a jobs I've had notes list that I was editing the other day, and now I can't find it. Oh, it's in all my notes, all iCloud jobs I've had. Here we go. But I started like I want to make the TikTok
mm,
finally. of
Oh
all the
yeah.
jobs,
Oh
but
yeah,
I've
the
started putting
ADHD
them
thing.
like in order.
Love that.
But like there's actually just,
Go on.
will I just call them all? I think I'm missing a few here, but these
Okay.
this is the gist of the list.
Mm-hmm.
So, first job I ever had was my parents had a clothes shop called Be Young
I remember that.
Boutique. It was associates and then it was Be Young. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my God, that's crazy. Go
So
on.
that was my first ever job. I
Yeah.
would be like in the stock room, I don't know, like whatever. First ever job.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have second job is waitress in at least 10 to 15 different restaurants, hotels, and cafes. I don't have them all listed. I do want to do that, but I haven't got to
Yeah.
that part of the list. But at least 10 to 15,
Yeah.
at least. Then, oh no, they're not organized by date. They're organized by like what they are. So then I worked in an Irish fish and chip shop in Sydney, beside the beach
Lovely.
in Coogee.
Yeah.
Then I was an online clothing store warehouse packer and picker.
Oh yeah, I
And
forgot
I
about
also dealt
that.
with the return section.
Oh yeah.
Then I was a phone girl in a Chinese takeaway.
Like, how was that part of your lore? I didn't know about.
Yeah, and they used to always send me home with Chinese,
Oh,
which
that
is
is
so
so
slay. I
nice.
don't know what age I was. It was like, I don't know. It was so fun as well. Like just working on the phone, taking people's orders. It was great.
If
Um,
somebody was like, "What do you recommend?" Would you give your recommendations on the phone?
I don't
To
think
be fair,
people
when
ask.
people order a Chinese, they
They
know what
know
they
what they're
want.
getting.
Yeah, they know.
Then we have the sales assistant section.
Mm-hmm.
Sales assistant in Next,
Mm-hmm.
sales assistant in Boots, sales assistant in a pharmacy. Don't know what that was. Sales assistant in Sunglass Hut. The reason I got that job was because I said that my goal was to like be like regional manager of
Yeah.
Sunglass Hut. Like I have a passion about sunglasses.
You're so good at interviews. You always have been.
Sales assistant in DV8,
Oh
sales
yeah.
assistant in a jeweler's, sales assistant in Harvey Norman, and
Lovely.
sales assistant in CEX, like Sex Exchange.
Oh my
So
God, you
I
did
think there's
not
more.
work in that shop. What?
Yeah, on Christmas Eve, you're allowed to drink on the job.
Everywhere. I was the same in Lifestyle Sports. You were allowed drinking the job when you were marking all the
Yeah.
clothes down. Like they literally closed the shutters and we'd have to write down the
Yeah.
reductions for St. Stephen's Day.
Yeah, I think there's been more sales. Oh no, this is next. Worked in Spar on the tills
Mm-hmm.
and in the deli. So I had a till era
Oh,
and I
I
had a
remember
deli girl
that.
era.
Yeah.
So the deli girl era was very fun. Then
Mm-hmm.
I was a receptionist in a waste company.
Oh my God, Rebecca.
It
You've
was when
lived
they were
so many
changing.
lives.
It was when they were changing from like, when you get your bin and it's the pay per weight now.
Yeah.
Whereas the bins just used to be a fixed cost, but then it was always
Yeah.
so it was when they were going through that change. So I was the girl on the phone when people rang up like complaining about that the fact was changing. And I used to just be like, hi, like, and people used to be like screaming down the
Yeah.
phone at me about their bins. And I'd be like, listen, babes, the
Not my
environment
problem.
needs us.
It's not my problem. It's not my
So I
problem.
did that. Then, this is one of my favorites. I worked in a Bob Marley t-shirt stall in the Del
That
Mar
I was
Fair
going
in
to
San
say that was
Diego.
the one thing I didn't hear come through was that job that you had, the Bob
Yeah, because
Marley
we're only
one.
halfway through the list. That job was fun.
I'm
Then,
not being bad, but you're young. Where did you get time to do all these jobs? Like, were you double jobbing it? Like,
then I did freelance makeup artist for bridal and events, which we
yes,
know.
yes.
Then I was a makeup artist at the IFTAs, the Irish Film and Television.
Oh yeah, you were.
And there was a whole article written about makeup that I did for these two Irish actresses, and they spell my name Rebecca Scott instead of Short. So it
That
was
is so
wrong.
fucking annoying.
But my parents' web designer for their magazine just edited it to make it look like Short. So it's
Wow,
okay. But it was in
amazing.
like the Sunday World or something. And my
Wow,
name, like, who's Rebecca Scott? We don't know. Then
amazing.
I was a makeup artist on counter in House of Fraser. I was a
Mm-hmm.
makeup artist in House of Glamour.
Mm-hmm.
I social media strategist, video editor for Reels and YouTube for like big influencers, big YouTubers.
Mm.
Then I was an events assistant for the Irish Open. and
Mm,
also for Audi, Google, Bank of Ireland, etc.
mm,
Then I was a barista in Costa Coffee.
amazing.
I bartended in at least 6 different bars.
At least 6 different bars. You're so
I
funny.
In Valon's Haircutters in Sydney, I was a receptionist, but then I upgraded to a makeup artist there for all the models that
Ooh.
used to come in. I was a beauty, lifestyle, and social media writer for Chile Advertiser.
Oh yeah, you used to do the sports section now, don't you?
Sports
That
reporter.
is one part of her lore that I fucking love. I literally said it to my dad today. He was like, "That girl's always at something. Fair play to her."
Then I was I'm a podcaster,
Yeah.
working content creator,
Uh-huh.
general content creator.
Uh-huh.
There's definitely more sprinkled in,
You
but
forgot the astrology.
oh yeah,
How the fuck did you forget the
astrologer,
astrology? You were social media manager at one point as well.
social media manager.
Yeah. And video editor isn't even in that.
Yeah, no, video editors in there, video editor for Reels and YouTube.
Oh.
But yeah, so that was in no particular order. And there's definitely more jobs that I've done.
You've lived so many lives. You're so funny. Like,
It's so fun though.
I think for me, I was working in the shop out in Kiflin. My parents had a shop at one point when I was like 13 till I was like 16. Then at 17, I worked in a bar until I was like, then I stopped. It was that summer. Then 18, dropped out of college, worked in lifestyle sports for 4 years. And in between all that time, I worked in loads of bars. I was on loads of promo teams in college. Then I was
Oh,
the
like
marketing and events
vibes.
manager for a nightclub. Then I was back in lifestyle sports. Then I had to quit because I was going to do my master's. So then I ended up getting placement in one of the big four. Then I went on to Supermax afterwards, and then I went on to another job in between all that. Then I set up the podcast. Then I went on to another job in between all that. And then now I work for myself for the last 3.5 years. So late.
Slay.
So
Big fan.
random. So
But like
random.
the more random, the better, because it's like,
Mm.
you know, the way sometimes you're like, oh, I don't have that much experience, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, you
But
get to try on loads of different types of
yeah,
careers, which I
and
think is
like
important.
the emotional like if I put
Mm.
all the jobs I did into Chat GPT and my CV and was like, write me, like I'd
Yeah.
probably be one of the most employable people in the world.
Yeah, you would. 100%. You
Other
would. Like,
than
you'd
like
get a
being a
job, no problem.
doctor, being a lawyer or something like that. But like,
Oh my God, I've been watching so much Grey's Anatomy. I'm hooked. I could probably take out an appendix at this rate. Like, no, I obviously would never do that because I'm so squeamish. It's not funny. Like, I was actually visiting Clodagh yesterday, and Gemma, and Clodag's sister Rena, she's a surgeon. Well, not a surgeon, she's a doctor. And she was like saying that they got like she showed us like these photos. She's over in Australia at the moment. Oh my God. Like deep wound cuts. She said she had to like stitch all the way up her arm, up each finger. And I was like,
no,
no,
no.
girl, the shit I saw yesterday in that photo is so scary.
And
And
see,
I
then
was like,
that becomes into your reality, and you become more aware that that could happen, and then bad things happen. That's how
oh
bad
no,
things
no,
happen.
that doesn't happen to me at all. That wouldn't happen to me now. But like, it's insane that she doesn't. This girl like is like the like prettiest, like looks like an actual model, like she could walk the runway. But she loves being a doctor. Like I'm like, it's crazy that, and she like loves that kind of stuff. Like she wants to like go into like that area. I'm like, oh my God, that's scary.
So mad.
And then
So
there's
so mad.
me getting overwhelmed with a few like emails and
But that's what I
Excel.
mean, like creative work at the end of the day
I
is not
know.
healthy. Jobs. We've both
Oh,
had
jobs.
our fair share of work at
Yeah.
jobs.
You more than me though. I feel like you've really dipped your toe in the water. I haven't really. I've been business for so fucking long, like sales and marketing for ages.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like being, I just always knew that I
I
wasn't going to
admire
be
that. I actually admire
staying.
that in you because like I feel like some days I'm like, how do I know that I wouldn't have been better at anything else? Because I just stuck to what I knew. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that I think that's my biggest thing. Like so many people struggle with like I have no idea what I want to do. Like my brother, he's
Mm,
22. He's 22,
mm.
fetus, fresh
Fetus.
out the womb. And
Ben's
like,
like taller than us, I think.
yeah, but he's so like focused on the moment on like what am I going to do? What am I going to be?
Yeah.
Like, what's my thing? And I'm like trying to like shake him. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's going to happen anyway. But like, you have to just focus on what you know you want to do right now.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what you want to do right now, you just have to keep trying things
Yeah, 100%.
until you like get to that point. And right now, if you're only 22, maybe your main focus isn't figuring out what you want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe your main focus is making money so you can do this, or you know,
Mm.
like giving yourself different opportunities. Like maybe your main focus doesn't have to be like, what am I gonna do for the rest of my life? And also there's no do for the rest of your life. Like one of my best
100%.
friends has like had such a career pivot over the
Mm.
last few months, and like
Mm.
she's thriving.
Yeah, and it's if it's not making you happy, there's no point staying doing something that doesn't make you happy 100,000%. Like,
Mm-mm.
ain't no
Especially if
way,
you don't
girl.
have like major responsibilities,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, which I feel like the kids really the only major responsibility I can think
Yeah,
of.
like
Like,
having a children, having
yeah, our
having a
children.
children. If you have a children.
Oh, if you have a children.
But also I feel like in the same breath, if you have children, like they
Yeah,
shouldn't see someone who's constantly
stressed and like focused on
stressed and
that thing. Yeah.
unhappy.
I could not agree with you more there. 100%.
Because they are like children are sponges. The
They are
youth of
sponges.
today, they
And they
take
take
everything.
everything in.
Actually, speaking of business and all this stuff, did you see? I think it was Business Insider. You know the marketing funnel? You talk about those a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That Gen Z has like totally
Tofu
like,
and everything. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
And that YouTube is having such a major comeback because it said in the survey that
Mm.
most people get their like recommendations, like if they want to read a review, if
Mm.
they want to research a product. I think it was like 56%. It was the highest percentage out of all the social medias.
Mm.
YouTube is first, then TikTok. I think
Mm.
Instagram was pretty low down, but YouTube was
Yeah.
first. So now loads of
YouTube was
companies are like,
first.
oh, we need to invest
That
in
interesting now because wasn't it last month they said that, or was it last year they said that 45%, I think it was, or 40% of Gen Z, their search engine was for was on TikTok. So it's interesting that
yes.
YouTube has pipped it now because I actually made a post on LinkedIn. Also, girlies, if you're on LinkedIn and you listen to this podcast, link with me. I made a post on LinkedIn recently because I've been monitoring over the last few months. There has been a Google are like basically moving over to this AI thing. I'll just read out what I
Mhm.
posted. I'm going through all my posts that I post every week. I'm so funny. I'm such a
Wait, I
random,
need to
like,
see your LinkedIn of it all.
it's
That's the
so
one social
business.
media that I just don't
There's there's a girl
enter
on
into.
there that I'm connected with, and her name is Rebecca Short, but with one T, and it actually like freaks me out whenever I see it. Oh, here we go. This is what I posted. This is a really interesting read on Google search generative experience SGE experiment, which was rolled out a few months ago. Many digital marketers would have been keeping a keen eye on it, which I was. Google has changed the landscape of search before, which we know. And with SGE, it's clear it's set to do it again, yet this time with the help of AI. Over the past 4 years, we've seen a change in the pattern of human behavior where they search for information, TikTok becoming one of the world's most popular search engines, with 40% of young adults preferring the app over the Google search engine. According to this article, SGE is set to power 84% of search results, something that will be impactful and pivotal in how we search for information online. Remember, Google is more than just a search engine. It's an unfiltered database of human intentions. Gone are the days of the keyword cramming. The future now belongs to the content that anticipates user intent and proactively addresses needs. Isn't that interesting?
So interesting. And I
Mm.
also did see that young people are searching things on TikTok like for answers
Yeah.
as opposed to like how much does a dog
Yeah.
weigh or like
And
something
like,
like
what should
that.
I do for this? Like tips on how to like
Yeah,
fix
like
your skin, and like,
how
yeah.
to make shoes white. Like I want to clean my
Yes.
shoes.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
so I actually just sent you, it was Vogue Business who did the article.
Oh,
So the
interesting.
question was, where do you most often learn about new brands, products, services, or experiences?
Mm-hmm.
Where YouTube was 57%, TikTok 53,
Wow.
Instagram 44, Google 29,
I love
word of
this,
mouth
Jenny.
25, Amazon 22, and it went all the way down. And then for millennials, YouTube was still the highest,
Wow.
with 50% being YouTube, then 44 being Google searches, 35 being TV ads, and
Wow.
being TikTok.
That's really interesting.
But yeah, I
Oh
sent you
my
the whole article.
God.
I feel like you'll love that now. Some light reading.
I
It's a
love
big long
that.
article. I haven't read the whole thing yet.
I love
Um,
that. Yeah,
but
millennial. Oh my God,
yeah,
that's
so a lot of
so
brands now will
interesting.
be searching for
They're
YouTubers.
both YouTube. Isn't that fucking very interesting? One thing I will say is I fucking hate the layout of this CMS. I hate it.
I don't know what
The
CMS means.
website. Now it's perfect for your
Oh, for me. Yeah, I'm
ADHD.
like, wait, this is fun.
Yeah, but for me, I'm like this
All
is
the
just
different size
this
fonts.
the
Yeah,
scannability
like
there
this
is
is
just not
chaotic.
up to practice. But yeah, do we have anything else to talk about? I don't think I have any notes or anything. Sorry guys,
Yes.
I'm also gone
So
very, very, very silly. Can I just excuse myself on this episode because as you know, I got my injections last week, but sometimes when my injections don't work quickly enough, I need to Are you okay?
yeah, no, I was
Oh,
just
sorry. I
scratching.
thought you were saying something to me. I was like, "Oh, sorry." I have to take these tablets, but these tablets kind of like make me feel a bit like silly or like asleep. So I'm so sorry that I'm not up to my full potential, but sorry.
I feel like
Continue
you're
on.
thriving.
Really, I really feel like my something's like not sparking in my head properly, but look, it'll be fine. I'll take a nap after this.
What's not clicking, Stephen?
Okay,
Come here
what
to
do you
me.
have? Yeah.
An Irish duo
Oh,
today
yes.
announced
I feel like we're being pranked.
that they are no longer. We've both had sneaky suspicions.
I
So
had a
what's their
feeling.
name? Versatile is no
Versatile.
more.
I had a feeling that they weren't because I don't know why I picked up on it a while ago. Maybe it was because of the fact that one of them released their own song. But then I was like, look, they're more than entitled to do that. Who knows?
Mhm.
But I don't know. I just thought like there was no, I don't know. I just didn't really hear anything
But
about
when your man Cass released the song, did
Casper.
Nevo
Yeah.
share it?
I think his name's Casey in real life. I don't know because I
Okay.
don't follow him.
I don't follow him, but did
I
Nevo?
don't fo
Oh, you don't follow Nevo?
No, I don't follow her. I follow her on TikTok. I love her, but I don't really follow anyone on Instagram bar my friends. But they're not
I
following each other on Instagram, so I'm like, they must have had a
allegedly,
falling out.
yeah, because the other guy, Alex, commented on your man's post
Allegedly.
being
Allegedly.
like, what the fuck? And then it was deleted.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Imagine us
um
talking so much shit in this podcast and the people we get sued by are our own.
I know, yeah. I'd be so sad. It's actually, do you know what? It's very sad because they were a great duo. But look, people fall apart. It's like the time the It Gals broke up. I'll never get over that. That is just something that is just fucking parked in my memory. I'm
Do you
always
know
like,
what? I'm not far removed from someone I like, not someone I'm close with, but someone I would like know would
yeah,
like definitely know as well, because they would be close to like one of the, and I'm like,
yeah.
just I would ah,
I'd love to know the
love
real
to know.
tea because like we've only heard one side of it. We never
Also,
heard the
it's like,
other.
where does the line between like, so instead of plugging my laptop charger into my microphone, I plugged my microphone into my light. So I disconnected from the sound for a minute.
Oh,
Not the best vibes, but that's
not the
fine.
best
I
vibe.
reconnected to it. What I was saying is, where does the line of parasocial relationships come in between, right? Me and you have
Yeah,
a podcast. No,
yeah,
actually, I'm not using us as an example.
yeah. Let's not bring that energy in.
Alex Cooper and Sophia had the podcast, right?
Yeah,
We had so many fans, whatever.
yeah,
And we do know what happened between Alex and Sophia,
yeah. We know
roughly.
because both of them said it, though.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
because
mean?
it's
Yeah.
like you have a duty, like
Mm,
if you have an audience that supports you so
yeah,
much, that puts money
yeah.
into your back pocket.
Yeah, and by the
You
way, we make no money off this, so if something happens to us,
don't
y'all
owe
ain't
us
getting
shit.
the tea.
No, but nothing's gonna happen anyway, and we are gonna
Yeah.
make money. You're in your
Yeah, we
Jupiter's
are.
in
We're
your
only
10th
one
house
year
right
into
now.
it now. Yeah, okay.
So, point being, I do think you owe kind of an explanation then.
Yeah, but I also think, right, so this is where the thing, and everything I'm gonna say is from what I picked up around the time that it happened, because, and I'm gonna hold my hand up and say it, I was an ex-Gals subscriber on Patreon. I loved them for a while.
Mhm.
Eventually I did unsubscribe because, and I think this is really interesting, I found them both very negative, and I found that they had a really toxic mindset on certain things, but on reflection, and I always say that hindsight is like a fantastic thing. You can actually pinpoint to that was when their friendship was breaking down, right?
Mhm.
So I had unsubscribed, but I obviously still listened to the odd episode that they had released on Spotify. And then one day I realized, because one of the girls told me, that they just stopped posting. Radio
Mhm.
silence from both of them. And then I think it was Mermaid Jade had come out. I'm gonna say their podcast names instead of them because like I just don't want to say their proper names. But anyway, Mermaid Jade had put out that um what had happened was there was like she had found out that um Pussycat, was that
Yeah.
whatever, Pussycat had said that had made up lies about her, been caught giving out about her, and that she wanted like an apology or like something like that. Or
Mhm.
and whatever happened then, Pussycat went on complete radio silence from her. Then Mermaid Jade said that she was locked out of the Patreon, she's locked out of the podcast. Then I think that they had to like get their solicitors involved because they were making like 10 grand a month sometimes on that
Easily, I think
Patreon.
more. Yeah.
Like they were making a lot of money, and especially during lockdown because nobody had anything else to do. So they were like really raking it in.
Peak time.
Peak time to be making the money. And you know what? Very smart business heads with that. But anyway, so they went on in and that was it. We only ever got like one side of the story posts. Then we kind of got a small brief glimpse from Pussycat before she released her latest edition of what she does now, which I think, do you know what? People grow apart, and I think that that's way more up her alley because she used to do those docket sessions.
Yes.
Anyway, they're both gorgeous, and I don't know them personally, so I don't really, have never really pried, but they really had such a large community. So I would fucking kill to know what actually happened there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like
And it's
it,
like, I guess for legal reasons, maybe that's why they didn't come out and say,
yeah,
but it's kind of like, I don't know, like so many people supported
yeah,
you. And I
yeah,
guess people like separately went on to support whichever one they
yeah,
chose out of the duo.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I
But then it's
other
like protect your peace, you know what I mean? And if
Yeah,
you want to talk about something, you don't have to. But when it
100%.
like,
But then
I
did
don't
you
know.
find it weird that like when Pussycat got married, Marita J like posted her dress before everyone ever had seen it? I was
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? And I know that was her trying to make a peace offering. Was it? Who knows? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't think she was trying to make a peace offering. I think she was trying to
It's
like, because
crazy.
I think like she wanted her wedding to be really low key and really private and
Yeah,
really that,
yeah.
and she didn't want to show it until she chose she
Until she
wanted.
was ready to. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I think the
So
bride should always get to show it first.
yeah, I
Other,
think I would have a no phone policy at my
yeah.
wedding. Like
I'd be like, just don't
like
post. Yeah,
no, yeah, and I would be like, don't be taking videos and pictures, like because I would want the photos of everyone enjoying themselves, and it's like I will have content creators there, I will have everyone taking the videos,
yeah,
the reels, whatever,
yeah,
and I want everyone to be in the moment,
yeah. So true.
like instead of like,
Before we go on this side of weddings, other breakups that really I want to know what happened there properly.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Has to be said, Olivia Neal and Flossie Clegg.
true, true, true,
I
true,
would
true, true.
actually pay €100 if one of them would tell me. I would pay them €100 if they told me. I'd pay one of them €100 if they told me like what went down there.
Mhm. See, at least
Um,
in their way, they weren't making like
yeah,
money directly from like them being a duo. Like they didn't
yeah,
have like a joint Patreon that people
yeah.
were like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, another one that I don't think they fell out. I think that they just distanced themselves. They're still friends. Mary Bedford and Ariana Ashtar. They used to be very, very close, and they're not as much anymore. And what happened there? I'd love
See,
to know.
whatever happens, though, like sometimes people just don't align.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe with the two couples I just spoke back there, it's appropriate. But Actually, no, it's just appropriate for Mary Benford and Ariana Eshtar. Something happened between Olivia Neal and Flossie Clegg, and something happened. But we know that something happened between Mermaid and Jade and Prison Cat. But like,
Yeah,
what happened?
I know. And it's, yeah. No, I was talking to
It's
someone
so
about this
funny.
recently, and I said, like, I feel like the older you get, the more you're just kind of like protective of
Yeah,
like,
1000%.
do you know what I mean? And I'm a very all or nothing gal, so I only want all or nothing people. And I think as you get older, it's easier to like navigate
Mm,
that. Whereas I feel like when you're like 21,
mm,
22, you kind of have like a few floater kind of.
yeah,
Whereas I'm like,
100%.
me responding to a message is hard enough anyway. So I want to make
Yeah,
sure I'm responding to people who I actually like, who give me the same energy that I'm giving
yeah,
back.
I get that. I get it, Queen.
You know what I mean?
Again, I know what you mean.
So that's my thought process on that.
Yeah.
What were we about to go into before we
Well,
reversed?
oh, sorry, you were about to go into your spiel about weddings, but I feel like we talked about weddings so much on this
Oh.
podcast. They're going to be sick of us.
Why was I thinking about weddings the other
Because
day?
I said about Mermaid of Jade posting the dresses.
No, but the other day I was having a conversation with someone and I was like, I'm
Who
not
were you
doing that.
talking about the wedding with, huh?
No, oh, was it someone's TikTok I watched?
Oh,
Oh no, it was this, you know who it was? You know your one Shannon McHugh.
no.
You know the girl from Belfast, Shannon. She's lovely. She's blonde hair. She's on TikTok. She moved to Australia for a while with her boyfriend, moved back to Belfast.
Yes, I know her just from that pit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never
She
know the
made a
names.
TikTok. See, this is power social. I fully thought I had this conversation, but I watched her TikTok and had my own thoughts, and
Yeah.
in my brain, then it was imprinted. She basically made a whole thing being like, I just don't see the appeal of like spending so much money on a
Yeah,
wedding.
on wedding, I don't either.
And
I
she was like,
don't.
when I go to weddings and like people don't even eat the meal and, you know,
Mm,
all this kind of thing. But she had a whole, like, she did a whole video about it. And then like
mm,
brides were commenting in the thing being like, I actually agree. Like, I actually wish I
mm.
did stuff differently. And I was like,
I was talking to someone about it yesterday, and they said that there's like this new electronic thing where, like, if you don't RSVP by the day, you get an automatic by the date where the cutoff point is to RSVP, you'll get an automatic email to be like, you did not RSVP by the day, you are now not invited to the wedding. Thank you, blah blah blah, whatever. And it's just a way
that's
to say
cutthroat.
no, but I think it's good because some people don't RSVP until last minute. They're like, oh yeah, sorry, I just forgot to RSVP, and I think like that's one thing about people that I fucking, and I'm gonna say genuinely despise in a person is like, oh, I wasn't thinking, I just didn't RSVP. It's a fucking wedding. Like I'm not joking. You get the invite, you RSVP immediately. You either know then or you don't. You give it a week. You don't tell a bride a week before the wedding. Oh, actually, I'm gonna come to that. No, you're not. Like, no,
No, you're
you're
not.
not. Literally, like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, do you know what I mean?
That is actually, but see, I think a lot of RSVPs now are e-invites.
Yes,
So
they
I think,
are, which is good.
which is good.
Yeah,
And
a
I
lot of them
think
come with like QR codes as well where you can scan just RSVP. It's like they couldn't make it easier for you to RSVP.
they couldn't like just click
Yeah,
this.
just click the yes or no.
Are you vegetarian or not?
Yeah, what drink would you like?
I'm actually, when I do get married, I am not only serving red and white wine at the meal because as a
Yeah,
girl who doesn't drink whether red or white wine,
yeah,
I don't get any free alcohol.
yeah, that's so fair.
So I
Lucky
would
for
do,
me, I drink both.
he was like one red, one white.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever you got going there, mister.
Give me anything. Hook
Give
it to
me
my veins.
anything.
Um, there's nothing else really going on in my brain right
Yeah,
now, I don't
neither
think.
mine. I suppose that's it, girly girls and guys and
I'm gonna
they
scan my
themers.
brain of internet information.
We shall see you next week.
Your makeup looks very nice.
Thank you. That's because I put barely any makeup on, and I think I'm gonna do this. I've like started doing my makeup a
This
new
the
way.
new, this is the
This is the
new,
new girl. I think I'm gonna do
the
this
hair,
tomorrow.
the nails, and now the makeup.
Thank you. I feel like I'm gonna like feel like I'm wearing no makeup compared to everyone else tomorrow, but I feel like I'm just
No,
this is the
it's
way my makeup's going.
gorgeous.
Thank you so
Like your
much.
skin, because I feel like you have like the real baby skin.
I have very dry skin because I'm eczema. But yeah. It's
Like,
dry underneath all this, but it just glows weirdly. But anyway.
I want
Can't
to try the
complain.
blue Nivea, the Nivea soft thing in the tin. Allegedly, it's like La Mer.
Is it?
I'm gonna try it and report back on next week's episode. I'm gonna buy that.
Do queen.
I've been meaning to.
I can't wait to see your tan on next week's episode. You're gonna
I
be so
know the
tan.
tan lines are really thriving.
They are. They truly
Safe
are.
tanning though, even though allegedly no tanning is safe, and I know that. But
Mm.
listen, let a girl live.
I
We
know.
all have our vices.
We all have our vices, queens. Ideal. Love you
And
all.
we love you all so much.
Bye.
We'll see you next
Actually,
week.
before we end it, can we actually just say that we might bring back the topic and the dilemma thing. So if you have one, please send it in to us.
Yes, we haven't done that
We
in
haven't
so
done
long.
it
We
in
would love to hear
ages.
your
Would love to.
summer dilemmas. What's
Yeah.
going on?
What's going on?
Going on? What's the tea?
What's
What
the
do you need
tea?
help with? Are you going through anything? A breakup, a friendship breakup, no summer plans,
Do
too
you
many
need
summer
advice
plans.
on this? Like, what should you do with this situation? Tell us and we'll help you.
Or just tell us the tea. Like, is there any drama going
Yeah.
on that you'd love to tell someone that you can't?
Yeah.
Tell us.
And you can tell us anonymously as well, guys. So you don't even have to tell us. But if you want to tell us, you can just tell us.
Yeah, you can tell us.
Um,
You can give us names, dates, sex. Drop it all.
Give me their link to their LinkedIn. Okay, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Ciao.